Did you know that about 70% of people struggle to articulate their thoughts clearly? That's a shocking statistic. Clear communication is a skill that many leaders overlook, but it can make or break your success. In fact, studies show that leaders who communicate effectively are 50% more likely to inspire their teams. Imagine how much more you could achieve if you could express your ideas with clarity and confidence. We live in a fast-paced world where attention spans are shrinking. Research indicates that the average person can focus for only about 8 seconds, less than a goldfish. This means that if you can't get your point across quickly and clearly, you risk losing your audience's attention. In this article, we'll explore 6 precise steps to help you articulate your thoughts with impact. From mastering mind maps to using emotional intelligence, these strategies are designed to make your communication more effective. Get ready to transform the way you speak and connect with others. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Mind Mapping Mastery. Craft your thought blueprint. Before you can communicate effectively, you need to organize your thoughts. This is where mind mapping comes in. Think of it as a visual tool to organize and structure your ideas. Tony Buzan, the inventor of the mind map, once said, "A mind map is the Swiss Army knife of the brain." And it's true. This simple tool can help you map out your message before you speak. Imagine you're about to give a presentation. Without a clear roadmap, your ideas might feel scattered, and that's where people get lost. A mind map gives you a bird's eye view of your thoughts, helping you arrange them logically. Research shows that people who use mind maps tend to have a 32% better recall of information than those who don't. The key is to start with your central idea in the middle and build out from there, branching into subtopics. When you visualize your ideas, it helps break complex thoughts into manageable chunks. This ensures you have a clear beginning, middle, and end, making it easier to speak confidently. The best part? You don't have to be a tech wizard to create one. A simple piece of paper or whiteboard will do. Chapter 2. Precision over prolixity. Eliminate the noise. We've all been in conversations where someone rambles on and on. Not only is it exhausting, but it's also ineffective. Leaders who articulate their thoughts clearly know the power of precision. As Leonardo da Vinci said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." Cutting out unnecessary words isn't just about being concise. It's about respecting your listeners' time and attention. A study from Microsoft found that the average human attention span is only 8 seconds. That's less than a goldfish. So, you need to make sure every word counts. One way to practice precision is by eliminating filler words like, like, or, you know. Not only do these words dilute your message, but they can also make you sound unsure. Harvard researchers discovered that people who speak with clarity and confidence are seen as more competent and trustworthy. So, the next time you find yourself rambling, take a breath and ask, "What's the core point I'm trying to make?" Remember, clarity is key. Think of each sentence like a bullet in a high-impact message. Keep your words sharp, and don't be afraid to pause between thoughts. This leads us to our next strategy. Chapter 3. Power pauses. Speak with silence. Silence can be awkward, but it's a leader's secret weapon. When used correctly, a pause can make your message land with more impact. Winston Churchill once said, "The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause." Research backs this up. According to a study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior, speakers who use pauses effectively are seen as more thoughtful and persuasive. Pauses give your audience time to process your words, and they give you time to collect your thoughts. But there's more to pauses than just silence. They signal confidence. When you pause, it shows that you're not rushing to fill the space. This makes your words seem deliberate and meaningful. Public speaking experts often say, if you're not pausing, you're not communicating. Here's a simple technique: the 3-second rule. After making a key point, count to 3 in your head before speaking again. This allows your message to sink in and creates anticipation for what you'll say next. Try it next time you're in a meeting or conversation. You'll notice the difference immediately. If you're finding this content helpful, make sure to subscribe for more tips and insights on effective communication. Don't miss out on future strategies that can elevate your leadership skills. Chapter 4. Emotional Intelligence Echo. Speak to be felt, not just heard. Great leaders don't just speak, they connect. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions while also being in tune with others. It's no surprise that leaders with high EQ are often the best communicators. As Daniel Goleman, author of Emotional Intelligence, puts it, if your emotional abilities aren't in hand, if you don't have self-awareness, if you are not able to manage your distressing emotions, then no matter how smart you are not going to get very far. The key here is to make sure your message resonates emotionally. When you communicate, it's not just about the words you say, it's about how your audience feels when they hear them. Research shows that people remember emotionally charged messages 60% better than neutral ones. Think about the last time someone inspired you. Chances are, it wasn't just the content of their message, but the way they made you feel. So how can you boost your EQ in communication? Start by being present. Pay attention to body language, tone, and the emotions behind the words. Don't just focus on getting your message across. Focus on how it's received. This empathy-driven communication will make your words stick. Chapter 5. Visual Vocabulary. Painting pictures with your words. People think in pictures, not words. This is why using a visual vocabulary can make your communication more effective. When you paint vivid images with your language, you help your audience not only understand but see what you're saying. Studies show that people remember 80% of what they see, compared to just 20% of what they read. Let's take a real-world example. Steve Jobs was known for using simple, visual language. When introducing the iPod, he didn't bombard the audience with technical specs. Instead, he said, "It holds 1,000 songs in your pocket." That single sentence painted a picture and made the concept crystal clear. Metaphors, analogies, and stories are tools you can use to create mental images. They simplify complex ideas and make them relatable. For example, instead of saying, "We need to improve our workflow efficiency," you might say, "Right now, our process is like a traffic jam at rush hour. We need to find the clear lane." Visuals engage the brain in a deeper way, making your message more memorable. One tip. Keep your language simple and relatable. Use everyday experiences that your audience can easily connect with. The clearer the picture you paint, the more impactful your words will be. Chapter 6. The loopback technique. Reaffirm and reinforce. Repetition is one of the oldest tricks in the book when it comes to communication, but there's a smarter way to do it. The loopback technique. This strategy involves circling back to your key points throughout your conversation or presentation, subtly reinforcing your message without sounding redundant. According to a study from the University of Illinois, information repeated 3 times is significantly more likely to be remembered. But here's the trick. Each time you loop back, say it in a slightly different way. This keeps your audience engaged and prevents your message from feeling repetitive. For example, if you're discussing the importance of teamwork, you might introduce it by saying, "Teamwork is what drives our success." Later in the conversation, loop back with, "It's our collaboration that gives us a competitive edge." By the end, you might wrap it up with, "Without working together, we wouldn't be where we are today." Each time, you're reinforcing the same idea but using different language to keep it fresh. This technique works because it taps into a psychological principle called spaced repetition, which helps with memory retention. You're not just telling your audience something once and hoping they remember, you're gently weaving it throughout the conversation, making it harder to forget. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more insights into effective communication. Keep honing your skills, and watch your leadership abilities soar.